Happy Wacky Wednesday. Because it's a little wacky quacky dacky out there yonderville. Yeah. Really seeing it and sensing it. And it actually leaves me like, what is wrong? And what is going on with humans? So I asked myself, the human, what is happening here? And my higher human self says, because of all this changes that we're doing, we're still stuck in this old programming about how or what or why we're supposed to be evolving, ascending, what's supposed to be occurring. So there's a lot of old programs on, I'm a spirit having a human experience. I'm a human having a spiritual experience. And it came super clear once again, you are human having a human experience before you can accelerate to the spiritual consciousness of your human self, because we're not spending enough time with the me, myself, and I, the physicality, which includes your mental, etheric, spiritual, emotional bodies. We're not spending enough time all in here. We're all out there holding up ceilings, trying to find our way. And we're not playing and honing in and skilling the human widgets, gadgets, and gadgets that we have. And many don't even know that we have it. And it starts with the sixth sense. It starts with the intuition. It starts with giving some power and ownership to these inner thoughts, instead of second guessing them and having multiple conversations on how to talk yourself out of a gut instinct. There's a lot of that going on. So then, fast forward a couple hours, went to meditate before I'm about to do a show with Heidi Popster. Yeah, it's coming on. So I said, what would help out with this understanding the more of the human experience type thing? And so I was getting, when we learn to work with our widgets, gadgets, gizmos, whatever, we have to come, and we are coming into a more intimate relationship with self. More intimate of knowing yourself. What really has you ticking and sticking and glitching. How to release those things and turn some of the driver's seat over to this inner GPS barometer transmitter system, and try it out for a little bit and see how it works for you. See how it steers. Promise you, it probably won't steer you wrong unless you try to overcompensate with all the other craziness we just talked about, talking yourself out of not thinking that's tangible, what it is. So as we develop more of an intimate experience with self, and the deeper that we go into this intimacy with ourselves, they were saying it expands. And the more you expand, the broader perspectives you tune into. The broader the perspective, the more you see, sense, and feel, the less words you require, the less attempts to use words to explain. So allow me to say that again. The more intimate we become with ourselves, Learn to hone in and practice our widgets, gadgets, and so on. Our software system of the divine that's within us. The more we deepen an intimate relationship, trusting, surrendering to that, the deeper we go, the more we expand. The more we expand, the broader the perspectives. The broader the perspectives, the more we see, sense, and feel, and the less words we require, and the less attempts to using words to explain. Kind of a nutshell, simple. And today I was also thinking when I was, asking for some information, I was thinking of, we always have that brother or that sister that has to poke and prod until you just want to beat the crap out of them. You always have a child that wants to poke and prod the other sibling until you blow up. And sometimes when we just surrender to the fact that we're being poked and prodded and they're not going to take no for an answer, we have to remove ourselves from a situation or remove the poker from a situation before it escalates and everybody gets beat. Okay? I don't mean that like physically, but you know what I'm saying. Before explosions happen and everybody. But then I really have to question the person who's the poker. Like, what's in their mind? Why is it that every time they poke to get a reaction, it feeds something in them? And then I was trying to see them as an adolescent and as an adult and as an older adult. They carry a lot of that stuff with them, and a lot of people do. You can see things in adult behavior and you can go straight back. At least I do. Energetically, I can go straight back and see things that occurred in childhood. Good, bad, or indifferent. As we expand and we get more intimate with self, we begin to hone in and skill our spiritual components of our widgets, gadgets, and gadgets. But it starts with experimenting with the human, my friends, with the mechanics of the humanism. Yes. Just as a baby, we learn to move around and make sounds so that we receive. We learn our words. We learn our physical motions. We learn all kinds of things. It doesn't stop there, because then we're trying to expand that, and then we're listening to all this programming. But it's like, maybe I don't want to walk like that. Maybe I don't want to talk like that. Maybe I don't want to think like that. Maybe blah, 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 blah. Maybe I just need to cancel, alt, delete, and erase and start with that new whiteboard. And that's what the daily practice of so many videos I've put out in the last couple weeks come into play. Go back and listen to them, please. If you do, hit the like button. Comment. I'd love to hear them. But in the meantime, let's start working with the human. Let's start working with loving the human that we are, and stop looking for all this spiritual revelation and daily news and toddling. Look for this, look for that. It's all a distraction of you really getting to know your human and working with all the components of this and elevating to working with your spiritual components, so that you can see, sense, and feel things in a whole different way, and the less jibber jabbering you may do, because you're just in this different flow of energetics. So give it a try. Let me know how you do. I want to hear about it. I do. If you want help to get started, you know where to find me. All right, in the meantime, again, like, subscribe, share, leave me a comment, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.